What's up, my friend? Welcome back to another video. So today I just wanted to talk about why low prices are actually killing your business. And this is not hyperbole. I've seen it happen in many cases for me as well, actually, in my business, how low prices negatively impacted my business. And so it's basically a practical case study I want to share with you really quick, like why the psychology of going lower and lower is just not a good idea and what we can do instead. So naturally, I feel like in today's economy, and I'm speaking for myself too, we have this tendency to want to cater to as many people as possible as creators, right? We want to impact as many people as we can, transform people's lives. Those are all wonderful intentions. And I think what we end up doing is we naturally associate that with, well, if we want to impact as many people as possible, then we should make our offerings as affordable as possible, right? So people, like really anyone, has a super low barrier to entry. They pay, let's say, $5 for a course, and now they have it for life. They can go through, and I basically just gave it away, right? And I did a good thing from that. And that's a super logical and very common, I think, thought process that many people have had and I've had as well. The problem with that, though, is that the less someone pays, the less invested they are, not just financially, but emotionally. Okay. And I'll give you a super clear example right now. So literally last week, I paid, I think it was $17 for a YouTube course that I think it's like 2 hours long. There's PDF worksheets. There's a lot of stuff included in this product. However, I have not opened it once. And I'm sort of ashamed to say that, but it sort of just rings true how, like, when you pay something that's super cheap, you end up not really valuing it that much because you didn't put that much money into it in the first place. So you are less likely to actually take advantage of what you purchased because, again, there's very low buy-in. Whereas if I paid, let's say, $1,000 for a mastermind program each month, you can bet my butt I'm going to show up to each and every call because I invested so much into it and I want to take advantage of my purchase. I'm going to take it seriously because I have so much financial investment in my purchase, right? And that's the thing we have to start understanding, is that even though, you know, the natural tendency is to charge lower and lower prices, what that ends up doing is it actually attracts lower and lower quality buyers. Not to say these are bad people at all, but it's just that when someone pays less, they are less likely to pay attention to it. So when people pay more, they pay more attention as well. Think of it that way, right? The more premium your offerings are, the more higher quality customers you will naturally attract as well. Because people naturally, they see a higher price and they might think, oh, that's outrageous. Like, who would ever pay for something like that, right? But there are some people who will want to buy that right away because they associate that price with a certain high level of quality as well. Like, you must be charging this price because what you're offering is so valuable, right? So that's sort of the mental framework or reframing that we have to kind of adopt moving forward. The low prices to the bottom, right? Like the race to the bottom, that's been going on more and more dramatically over the past decade. And yeah, what happens is, like, when we charge super low prices, we end up needing so many more sales in order to make the same amount of money. Like, in order to make, let's say, $100, if your course is $1, then you have to sell 100 copies of that course to make $100. Whereas if you charge $100, you only need one purchase to make $100, right? So it's not up to us to decide whether someone can afford something expensive or not. What we can do, the best way we can serve our people, is to charge premium rates and let people decide for themselves if it is the right price point for them or if they're ready to invest at that moment. Because ultimately, people only buy when they feel like buying. We can never manipulate, or we shouldn't manipulate people. We can never force them to buy or do anything. So what we want to do is make it as easy for them to buy as possible. And the way we do that is by making the transformation of our programs, our services, our offerings very clear so that they can see exactly where they are and where they want to be. And then you charge accordingly, right? Charge high prices if the value that you promise matches that value that you're going to give them. So that's kind of what I wanted to touch on today. So if you're sort of on the fence, you're wondering, should I charge less or should I charge more? At the very least, maintain your rates, but gradually see if you can bump them up little by little. And the point where people stop investing in that program or that offer, that's when you've sort of found that perfect sweet spot. You can sort of take it down a notch and then settle on that new price being your regular price. Okay. So just keep this in mind. The lower your prices, the lower quality customers you'll have. The higher you charge, the more people pay attention, the more invested they are in what you're doing for them and with them, and they're that much more likely to get results for you, or sorry, from you, for themselves, I should say. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. It's maybe slightly counterintuitive, but it is something I've learned over the years from trial and error and from my mentors as well. So I hope that was useful. If you have any questions, please do let me know. And again, if you are thinking about trying Kajabi, which is the platform that I use for my entire online business, talking about pricing, actually, Kajabi is one of the more premium options on the market. There are definitely cheaper options out there, but again, you get what you pay for, right? So cheaper platforms like I used to use, it was easier financially, but it also limited me in terms of what I needed for my business. Whereas Kajabi, it's super full-fledged. It's a true all-in-one platform, and they do charge a premium for it. I think right now I'm paying essentially close to $200 a month, but what you get for it is actually a bargain compared to if you had to tape together multiple platforms to do all the same things. So anyway, if you want to try it for yourself, they usually give you a 14-day free trial on their website. But if you use my link down below in the description, christophersiu.com/Kajabi, then I can get you an extended 30-day free trial to have fun with the platform, get things set up. And as a bonus incentive, I want to give you 2 bonus mini courses. The first one is called Kajabi in 30 days, and it walks through step-by-step how to build your business on the Kajabi platform, especially during your free trial. You can take advantage of that and see how things start to come together. And the second one is called Content Marketing for Creatives, which walks through the exact business model that I use to put out free content into the world, add massive value to people, and then monetize it on the back end through my courses, my programs, my coaching. All that stuff is explained in this second course. And again, you'll get that as a thank you for taking me up on this free trial. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.